Good evening, folks. I'm meteorologist Tom Kavicka doing a late cast. We're kind of running late a little bit, usually on Sunday, Nick and I. Let's look at the radar where we see some rain moving in. A lot of that is elevated, especially here in Louisiana. But we're seeing some drops reach the ground around the I-10 corridor already. So what has to happen is with some dry air vertically through the atmosphere, well, there has to be some evaporation of that occur before we can get down to saturation and get that the humidity to 100% so it can actually rain at the surface. So that's in the process of happening. But right now, as we would call it in the field, we've got elevated echoes right now here across the area. And looking at the future cast, this is one of the wetter models that we're seeing here. This is the Barron model over the next couple of days. You see several rounds, I guess, kind of all congealed into one kind of event, as I'm going to call it, for the Monday, Tuesday time frame. And some of that rain will linger into the Wednesday morning time frame as well. So again, I think once this is through, I think everybody gets wet in this situation. So looking at the future cast, as far as our temperatures are concerned, this is kind of the details of what we expect for this event. First of all, we're going to be a little bit warmer tonight than typical. 46 is where we normally are, so we're normally in the 40s. We'll be in the 50s. Opelousas may not be able to get below 60 for tonight. Right now, the average low is 57 degrees for tomorrow's date, the 13th of November. Lowest readings I expect in the viewing area, probably about 53, 4, or 5, somewhere in the low to mid 50s. We'll see some upper 50s, some higher readings, except maybe even way down south where Opelousas may not get below that 60. And then highs tomorrow, not much variation with persistent cloud cover and, of course, the rain, at least off and on. But I think later in the day it'll kind of set in. 65 for your average high. Typically we're 70 degrees, so that's a little bit lower, nowhere near the record of 87. 62, 63 on the low side, and then some readings will hit the upper 60s, maybe even threaten 70 degrees for the high for the day. Looking at your 7-day forecast and your planner, as far as the rainfall pattern for your Monday, we see the rainfall chances at 90%, timing AM and PM. Most folks get less than an inch, but peak amounts could reach 1 to 2 inches. And again, that is for Monday only. 7-day numbers going into that, we are seeing 90%. So I think with both days, everybody will get something. That is going to be a difference. I think less rain to the north toward I-20, more rain to the south toward I-10, but sandwiched in between is Sinlot. So I think we will be 100% for both days, but I'll divide it up for 90% each day. There could be some areas of fog with this. Many times when it rains, there's a little bit of wet bulbing that occurs, kind of cools the atmosphere. We'll reach near 100% humidity, and so that will probably be going. I don't expect dense fog, maybe a couple, 3 miles, 4 miles in places. So I'm going to call it a beneficial rain over the next couple of days. So I do think that we will see some effect on the drought. Put a little dent in it. I don't think it's going to end it though. Rain chances continue into Wednesday morning. I'll retain 10% Thursday, and clouds are hanging tough as that upper level system kind of works off to the east of us. We'll still have kind of a hangover from it. Friday, still a good bit of cloudiness lingering, but notice a slow warming trend until we have a little front come in out of the north and northwest there for Saturday, and we'll start dropping the temperatures a bit for Sunday. So not a big front, and it'll probably come in dry. I don't have any rain chances for Saturday, but it will put in 20% on Sunday out ahead of the next system out west that may have an effect on our weather pattern. Well, thanks for being with me for this late cast. Nick Mikulus will be back with you in the morning. He'll have more details on the expected rain.